Today we will review 6th grade math lesson 14.2. This lesson will cover how to display data in dot plots. Here's your I can statement. I can construct and analyze a dot plot and explain my work to others. Let's review your vocabulary. I encourage you to write this down in a Math Spiral notebook so you can learn math at a deeper level here. So we have dot plot. What is a dot plot? Well, we plot dots. So mathematicians kind of just call it what it is. So it's a type of a line plot. It is a visual display that shows how many times each data occurred. Then we have frequency. Frequency is the number of times a data value occurred. So a dot plot is a visual display in which each piece of data is represented by a dot above a number line. So you can see we have a number line here. That is our number line, and then we have dots. So let's look at the first example together. Before that, though, if you want to reference problems similar to this, look at homework page 451 in your student workbook. I encourage you to pause this video and complete these problems on your own first, and then go back and watch the video. Noah is recording the number of push-ups that each of his classmates completes in gym class. He records the following data: 31, 34, 35, 32, 32, 35, 30, 33, 32, 33, 35, 32, 35, 35. Make a dot plot. Use the dot plot to describe the data. So here are some steps involved to solve this type of problem. So let's look at these steps in more detail. So step one, we need to make a number line. So right here we've made a number line, a horizontal number line, and we need to look at what is the smallest observation and what is the largest. So you need to look here, and we see that the smallest would be 30 and the largest is 35 of our observations. Okay, so we need to go ahead and then once we find the smallest and the largest, then we can go ahead and draw the dot plot, because I know that it starts here at 30 and it would end at 35. Then we need to label our number lines, so we would count up 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 and label that. Step two is for each observation, make a dot above its value, above the number line. So as we do that, I would encourage you, when you are working with dot plots, to cross out the number as you go. So for example, I have 31, so I would make a dot above the 31. Then I have 34, and I would make the dot above a 34, and so on, and just keep going down the following data, 35, and complete the dots, and then cross them out as you go. And if you notice, this is like kind of similar when you do these dots, as if like you were playing card games or something like that, and you were tallying things. So you could use tally marks, or maybe you're counting something else and you've used check marks. So it's very similar to that, but we're doing that with dots here. So it's kind of like if you were going to do check marks counting something, or you were doing tally marks in a game. But again, we're doing dots. So I've looked at all the following data and I've made a dot. Step 3 is how many students complete exactly 32 push-ups. So when I'm looking for that, I look here at 32 and I look at my 32 on the number line and I look up. So I look at the dot and count 4 dots above 32. So 4 students complete 32 push-ups. Question D is asking you, what is the common number of push-ups completed by students? Please explain. What is the most common? So here they're looking at what's the most common number. That means which one happens the most. So if you're looking, you can see on the dot plot that 35 has the most dots, because I can see here it has 5 dots. So I know that that one is the most. So I know that 35 is the most common number of push-ups completed by students. Let's go ahead and work a couple examples here below. Sanji records the following masses in grams of the rocks in her rock collection: 43, 37, 44, 39, 41, 35, 39, 40, 39, 40. Make a dot plot. So step 1 is I need to go ahead and find out what's the low number and what's the high number in my data set. So I can see that here 35 is the lowest number and 44 is the highest. So once I find that, then I can go ahead and create my number line and start at the lowest number and then count up. And then go ahead and complete that on your own. Okay, then it says step 2 in this process is I need to make dots, and then I need to make sure I'm crossing out as I go. All right, so let's go ahead and do that here. All right, so we have 43. So you find 43 and you make a dot. You have 37, 44, 39, 41, make this one a little bigger so I can keep them all the same size, 35, 39, 40, 39, and 40. And it's okay if you have a number line and you can see like 36 does not have any dot in top of it because we had nothing in our data collection that showed that. And it's okay to leave some numbers blank. What is the difference? What does difference mean? Different means subtraction. So that's our clue there. Between the greatest and the least. So we know the greatest is 44 and the least is 35. So 44 minus 35 is 9. And we're dealing, remember, up here is grams. The next question asks, what is the most common? What is the most common mass of rocks? That means which one has the most dots, and I can see here that it's 39. So the most common is 39 grams. This is our lesson for Module 14, Lesson 2, Grade 6.